Hey everyone, this is Kristin Sherry. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Maximize 365, a year of actionable tips to transform your life. We're going to talk today about self-actualization. I'm not sure if you've heard this term before, but it's commonly taught in the field of psychology. And so Abraham Maslow is the quote today. If you plan on being anything less than you are capable of being, you will probably be unhappy all the days of your life. So that feeling of always feeling there was something more for you will plague you. Self-actualization is really summed up in this quote, that it's just striving to become what you're capable of being, reaching that potential, your God-given potential, so to speak. So organismic theorist Kurt Goldstein coined the phrase self-actualization. I think Maslow is more well known for self-actualization, but he wasn't the one that actually coined that phrase. So you may have heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. That's what I learned in school. So according to the hierarchy of needs, self-actualization is that highest level. It's a pyramid, so that's the highest level of psychological development. And this actualization of your personal potential can only be achieved after your basic and mental needs have been fulfilled. So you can't fulfill your highest potential if you don't have food to eat and shelter and things like that. So Maslow has characterized, he's come up with this list of characteristics of what a self-actualized person looks like. So I'm going to share that list with you now. And as I go through the list of these characteristics, you can kind of think about, make a mental tick or write it down. Even better, if you have the Maximize 365 coloring journal, you can put in the section on where to put your action steps that you're going to act on. You can put it in there. Excuse me. You ready? Okay, so efficient perceptions of reality. That might be hard for you to judge about yourself, of course. Comfortable acceptance of self, others, and nature. So being able to comfortably accept yourself and other people and the natural occurrence of things. Reliant on own experiences and judgments. So being able to really be able to rely on your own ability to make decisions and being able to trust yourself that way. Being true to oneself rather than being how others want. And I will tell you, I did a video on life regrets. You can go back and see that one. I think that was in the emotional wellness playlist. But anyway, that's one of the biggest life regrets. People being something that they thought other people wanted them to be their whole life instead of pursuing who they really were. Task-centered. A mission to achieve in life beyond self. That's the next one. The next one after that is autonomy. That's my number 2 value, in fact. Continued freshness of appreciation. That kind of reminds me of gratitude, really summed up. Profound interpersonal relationships. So having those interpersonal relationships that really impact your life and you impact theirs. Comfort with solitude. So sometimes people are not comfortable with themselves and being alone with themselves or their own thoughts. A non-hostile sense of humor. So do you have a sense, I mean, there are a lot of different senses of humor, but does your sense of humor always have a victim? Experiences marked by feelings of deep meaning. Socially compassionate. Wow. I'm not going to get into that one too deeply, but it sort of alarms me sometimes how little compassion people have for people outside of their own circle. Few intimate friends over superficial relationships. So that means rather than having a lot of superficial relationships, you do have that tight-knit group of intimate friends, the ability to have those deep, intimate relationships. And I love this word. It's Gemeinschaftsgefühl. It's a German word that means social interest or community. So you belong to a community. You have interest in being a part of the social fabric. So here's your idea for action. You can take a free test to see where you are most self-actualized and where you have growth opportunity. So I asked you to mark off where you thought that you needed some growth, and it'll be interesting to see if what you thought about yourself aligns to what the test tells you. So the URL for that is bit.ly/self-act-test, SELFACTTEST. I'll put that in the description as well. Tell me into the comments there what you thought about this episode, and what were your impressions of that list of things that characterize a self-actualized person. I'm really interested on what grabbed your attention there. Take care. Oh, by the way, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because next time I'm going to talk about joy killers, the things to avoid that kill your joy. That's going to be a good one. Take care.